In this video, I'm going to share with you 5 ways that I've ruined my homeschool. Hey everyone, I'm Michelle and this is A Common Life, and today I'm going to be sharing with you 5 ways that over the years I have ruined our homeschool. The very first thing that I did for so long was over-planning. I over-planned everything. I just did way too much, honestly. I kept trying to incorporate unit studies and things like that on top of all of the subjects that we were already doing, and it just was overwhelming. It was overwhelming for me because it took a lot of planning time. It was overwhelming for the kids because they didn't really have enough time to be kids. And so now I have made sure that I am planning out basically those core subjects, things that we need to do for our co-op, and also, their art, their music, their sports, all those kind of things. And I'm not just going overboard trying to do every little thing oh, it's Thanksgiving, so let's do a week of fun Thanksgiving things. I'm not doing that anymore. Not to say we're not doing anything fun, because we still do fun things, but I just used to do these long units that just really took up way too much time. So I've stopped doing that, and I'm just trying to focus in, making sure they're doing the same subjects every single day, and adding fun things here and there when we can. Another thing that I am still guilty of today is losing my temper. I am not a patient person by nature at all. It is a huge fault of mine. And so, especially on days when I'm tired, if I've had a hard night, the kids that didn't sleep well, and I'm cranky, I tend to lose my temper really easily. And that is something that I feel like has ruined our homeschool, especially certain days where I've just had a bad temper or a bad attitude. And so that is something that I am continually working on and continually failing at, because honestly, homeschooling 5 kids can be very difficult sometimes, especially with my younger child who is very needy and kind of wants me all the time, and he makes it difficult for me to focus on other children. And so I tend to lose my temper with him, which is so unfair because he's little. And so I've been trying to, in recent days, make more activities for him so that he has things to do. So while we are trying to focus in and get school done, I will have him set up actually at a completely different table some of the time, doing his painting or his Play-Doh or playing with different things. That way I don't lose my temper with him because it's not his fault. He just wants attention. And there are other days too where I get frustrated, which is so unfair. And so I'm trying really hard to kind of think about how I would feel if someone was treating me this way, if someone was losing their temper with me. And obviously I would feel terrible and I wouldn't want that. And so it's always important to kind of look at life from the other person's perspective. And it really helps to just think about it that way and think, yeah, this is not the right way to be. I would not appreciate this. I would not learn well in an environment like this. So it's been very important for me to kind of work on that. It is a constant learning process for me, and I'm trying to get better and better. Another way that I used to ruin our homeschool was that I didn't make enough time for each child to work one-on-one with me. I made time for them to kind of all get their work done, but I wasn't giving them time to work with me. I was always working with all of them at the same time. And so that's something that I have changed this year. And I didn't realize how much it was really ruining our homeschool until I started doing something different. And so now I'm actually working with my younger children kind of one at a time. Sometimes we're doing things together, but we're splitting up and I'm doing work with each of them. And then I'm also spending time in the afternoons working with the older children. And now that we're doing our co-op, there are a lot of subjects where I am actually working with them side by side. And it's so much fun to actually invest time, just the 2 of us getting work done. I think it's bringing us closer together, and it's really creating very good products from them. They're doing so well with their writing. They're growing so much as writers. And so that's been really great to be able to invest that one-on-one time with them. So I would highly encourage that if you are a homeschool mom with a lot of kids, carve out little bits of your day to work one-on-one with each child. One way that I ruined our homeschool in those early days was not providing enough time for play. Now, if you've been following me for a while, you probably know that every day we take an hour for lunch. They eat their lunch and then they get to play for whatever is left of that hour. I always set a timer on our oven, and when that timer goes off, they know it's time to come back and do school. So I always make sure that they have time to play now because they're kids. They need to play. I've been hearing stories about public schools that are not even giving kids recess anymore. I can't handle that. That just drives me crazy. Kids need to play. They're little. They need to move. It is so important for them to move and get their energy out and get those wiggles out and just be active. I mean, it's good for them. It's good for their health. And so I just think it's really important to let them play. And sometimes we will even play in the morning because my kids get up early. And then we'll take a lunch break and then they'll play again later in the afternoon. And it's great. It's so good for them. I love providing them extra time to play. I feel like it makes all of us happier. Fresh air is just good for everyone, especially mom. And so we always take time to get outside and get some fresh air. And the last thing that I used to do that ruined our homeschool was I felt like our homeschool had to be in certain hours of the day. And this is the first year where I have kind of let go of that concept. We've been homeschooling for 5 years. This is our 6th year. And I am finally okay with kind of having more of a routine than an actual schedule. It has been awesome. I cannot tell you how freeing this is, that some mornings we don't start school as early and we're able to kind of get it done later in the day, and that's perfectly fine. Sometimes we have appointments in the morning or appointments in the afternoon or play dates or field trips or whatever it is, and we just work our way around it. It is so freeing. It is so much less stressful than it was all of those years. I always felt like I had to get my day within a certain set time period, and it was controlling me, and it was making me more stressed out, and it was making me lose my temper like I was talking about before. And now that we do this routine and have just more of a rhythm and a flow to our day, it makes our homeschool day so much better. The kids know what is expected of them, but I'm not like forcing them to fit it into a certain amount of time. They're able to go through their subjects in the order that they need to, or the order that they're assigned, and when they're done, they're done. And I don't feel this burden to be done by 2 o'clock or be done by whatever time. I'm able to just be kind of more free-flowing with it. And the great news is that we always get everything done. Every day we get everything done, and it isn't stressful. It's so much better. So I would highly, highly recommend that. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope these tips helped you. If you are a mom like me who struggles with these same things, please let me know in the comments down below. And if you have any tips for me, I would love to hear those, because it is constantly a growing process as a homeschool mom, because your kids are getting older and they're changing and they're learning new things, and the subject matter is getting harder and harder. And so I feel like it's just this huge learning curve all the time. So I would love any of your advice. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.